Good evening, everyone, and good evening to all those who have joined us online. So, friends, from today we will start our geography section. And the point is, this subject is quite interesting on one hand, and on the other hand, very important for the examination. Now, if you just look at the previous 3 years question paper, you'll find something very interesting. And that is, if you can work very well around geography and environment and ecology, you stand ahead from your competitors. In fact, understanding environment and ecology becomes slightly difficult if you do not understand geography. In fact, the entire environmental geography, which UPSC calls as environment and ecology to some extent, is a subset of geography. And geography, therefore, becomes quite important for your examination. Easy subject, conceptual subject, easy to learn, easy to retain. The only thing with this subject is that it requires a skill. And that skill is the skill to use maps. Because we cannot divorce geography from maps, can we? We cannot. So that's why we must also learn how to use the atlas going forward. Well, I'm here for all of that, don't worry. So I will ensure that we move very smoothly in the class. We start from the very A, B, C of the subject so that we understand everything. I'll give you the detailed notes of everything that I speak, which I do in most of my classes. The point is, what I want from you people is complete attention in the classes and try not to miss the class, right? It will be a set of 30 lectures, and in those 30 lectures, we'll be covering geography of world and India, both for the prelims as well as for the mains examination, right? So everything in readiness? All set to go? So let's start with a very basic question. Drop your pen, do not write anything. The very basic question is, what is geography? First, we must be aware about what geography is, right? Unless we are aware about what geography is, then it becomes very easy for us कि आगे क्या है, क्या आ रहा है, किस तरीके के different types हैं geography में, क्या concepts हैं, सारी चीज़ वो तब मायने रखता है. पहले आप ये तो समझ जाओ कि geography होता क्या है. So what geography is? That's the very basic question, right? So we'll start the class today with a question, and the question is a very fundamental question. What is geography? Now, look here. Before we find out the meaning of the word geography, it's important for us to understand who coined the word geography. In fact, the word geography was coined by a Greek scholar, and his name was Eratosthenes. Now, he was a polymath. Have you heard about this word? Polymath. A polymath is a person who is master of various traits. So usko bahut kuch aata hai. That person is a polymath. Now, you see, as modern science evolved, specialized studies grew in every discipline. But in the olden days, one man used to study everything, more or less how you people are studying. You people are studying economy, you're studying polity, you're studying ethics, you're studying today geography. So you people are generalists. Do you understand that? You are not specialists. Now, in the olden days, even doctors were generalists. But now today you have ENT specialists and all kinds of different kinds of specialists, child specialists and all those kind of things, right? So specialized knowledge is something which is very new. In the olden days, people used to study everything. And that's why they were known as polymaths. So Eratosthenes was a Greek polymath. He lived in the city of Cyrene. Now, this city is situated in modern day Libya. Where is Libya? Which part of Africa? See, we are in geography class, so I would like to have precise locations. Northern Africa, right? Yes. Libya, you see, was once a part of the Greek Empire, right? And Eratosthenes, the polymath, he lived in Cyrene, which is located in present-day Libya. In fact, this was one of the 5 most important Greek cities, ancient Greek cities. The others being Athens, Sparta, Delphi, Cyrene, and the 5th one, Alexandria. Have you heard about it? So, in fact, Eratosthenes, he served as the chief librarian at the library in Alexandria. Now, where is Alexandria located modern day? Do you have any idea? It is located in Egypt. Or Egypt or Libya, padosi, right? So Egypt was also one a part and parcel of the Greek Empire. So look here, I'm repeating myself one more time. The word geography is coined by a Greek polymath named Eratosthenes, who lived in the city of Cyrene and who served as the chief librarian at the library, Grand Library at Alexandria. Right? Alexandria is located in present-day Egypt, Cyrene located in present-day Libya. And what were his talents? He was a mathematician. He was also an astronomer. He was a poet. He was a music theorist. One who used to write theories about music. And he was a geographer. In fact, before him, nobody called themselves as geographers, even though they were studying Earth or Earth-related things. They used to call themselves as Master of Earth Sciences or Master of Universal Sciences. In fact, the word geography never existed prior to Eratosthenes. Do you understand that? So it was Eratosthenes who coined the word geography and called himself as a geographer. Because he was a man of various trades, that's why he was chosen as the chief librarian at the city of Alexandria. Alexandria at that time was the center of Greek learning. Do you understand that? So he used the term geography for the first time. Ye baat clear ho gayi? Now let us try to understand what is the meaning of the word geography. Well, if we want to find meaning of any word, the best way is to break the word. Do you understand that? So we'll break the word. If we break the word geography into 2 halves, we get first geo and the second word is graphy. So there are 2 important words here, geo and graphy. In fact, look here. The word geo is actually a short form for geoid. Have you heard about this word? Geoid means what? Earth-like or earth. That is the meaning of the word geoid. And the meaning of the word graphy comes from the Greek word graphia. In fact, geo is also a Greek word. Graphia means to describe or to write an account of. Now, if I literally put the meaning of geography through these words, I'll find out that geography is the description of the earth. Do you understand that? That is what geography is. Geography is the description of the earth. Now, earth is home for whom? It is home for all flora and fauna. That's why we can say, by going by this word itself, geography is the description of the earth as the home of flora and fauna. Do you understand that? And is man part of that fauna? Yes. So sometimes geography is therefore also known as man-environment science, or the science that studies man-environment relationship. Do you understand that? So I'm repeating myself one more time. The word geography, if you break that word, you'll break it into 2 words, geo and graphy, both Greek words. The word geo is actually short form for geoid, and geoid means earth or earth-like, whereas graphy comes from the word graphia, which means to describe or to write an account of. So literally put, geography is the description of the earth as the home of flora and fauna, or geography is the description of the earth as the home of man. That's why geography is also at times known as man-environment science, or the science that studies man-environment relationship. But who coined the word geography? Eratosthenes. इससे पहले किसी ने भी ये word नहीं बोला geography. He's the first person who used the word geography and called himself as the geographer. Do you understand that? Now, the point is that if we look at the Earth's shape, how does the Earth looks? Is it sphere? Is the Earth a sphere? Then how is Earth? It is oblique. Earth is oblique. How is Earth? Raise your hands and say, yes, how is Earth? Oval shape? No, Earth is not oval shape. Geoid. How do you define geoid? No, what is Earth a perfect sphere? That's my question. Why? Why Earth is not a perfect sphere? Because it is flat. Just raise your hands and speak so that everybody can get opportunity. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's the description. My question is, why is it so? Did you get my question? Which one of those? Now, look here. Are you all aware about another English polymath, Sir Isaac Newton? Mathematician, physics, a master of physics, astronomy, theologist. So he was again a master of several trades. Sir Isaac Newton in 1687 AD said that the Earth cannot be a perfect sphere. Why Earth cannot be a perfect sphere? Because the Earth is spinning on its axis. So whenever there is any rotatory motion going on, there are two forces that act on it. One is the centripetal force, which act towards the center, and the other one is centrifugal force, which act towards the periphery. Do you understand that? And because of Earth's rotation on its axis, the equator bulges a bit because of this centrifugal force which acts from the center outwards. And as the equator bulges, the poles flatten. Do you understand that? Because of the law of conservation of mass. Do you understand that? So as the equator bulges, the poles flatten. Do you understand that? Just take a look at this. You all understand this, right? Now, this looks spherical, isn't it? This looks spherical. Now look at this. This is what I'm doing. I'm just pressing it from the top and from the bottom. Can you see a bulging at the central locations? So just reverse the process. If there is this bulging at the central location, you can understand that there will be some flattening at the poles. Do you understand that? What do you think? Is the Earth a better sphere than this one? Earth is not a better sphere than this one? Okay. So what about this one? Is the Earth a better sphere than this one? You understand? This is a season ball. Right? Is it a better sphere? No. Okay. So let me show you a replica of the Earth itself. What do you think now? What do you think now? The three spheres that you have seen, which one is most spherical or most near to ideal sphericity? Okay. By the way, the Earth spins. The spins on its axis, clockwise or anti-clockwise? Anti-clockwise? Okay, now look here. What is this spinning? What is this? See, that's the wrong concept. Always say that the Earth spins on its axis from west to east. That's why we have sunrise in the east and sunset in the west. And am I holding the globe correctly now? If I have to hold it from my reference frame? No, this is the way I should hold the globe. Do you understand that? Because the Earth's rotatory axis makes an angle with the orbital plane of the Earth, and that angle is 66.5, or it makes an angle to the normal drawn to the orbital plane of the Earth, and that angle is 23.5. Well, we'll read all about that. Don't worry for a moment. The point is that my question remains, is the Earth, forget about the globe, is the Earth more spherical than a basketball? The basketball is more spherical. That's what you think. Well, let me tell you that the equatorial diameter, you understand diameter? The equatorial diameter of Earth is 12,000 12,757 kilometer. And the polar diameter, it means pole to pole, it is 12,714 kilometer. And if I have to check the radius of the Earth, the average radius of the Earth is 6,371 kilometers. Now look here. Yes, please come in. The point is that if we look at the variation of Earth's sphericity from a near perfect sphere, we will find that the change from ideal sphere in Earth is only 0.3%. 0.3%. That's it. 30% नहीं है. 0.3%. It means it's 0.003 from the perfect sphere. इतना ही फर्क है अर्थ में. समझ में आ रहा है? Earth is more spherical than any other sphere that you see in the real world. ये बात याद ठीक है? It's more spherical than a basketball. It's more spherical than a cricket ball. It's more spherical than a football. It is almost near to a perfect sphere, yet it is not a perfect sphere. That's why we do not use the word sphere for Earth, rather we use the word geoid. But in geographical literature, the word geoid and sphere are often used interchangeably. Do you get that? So the Earth is more spherical than any other real sphere existing in the world. Is that thing clear? So let's write few things for now. Start with a question. What is geography? What is geography? What is geography? Now, under this you write bullet wise. First bullet. The word geography was coined by a Greek polymath named Eratosthenes. Put a comma, who served as the chief librarian in the city of Alexandria. Put a bracket and write within that bracket, located in modern day Egypt. Alexandria, located in modern day Egypt. Close the bracket, put a semicolon and continue. Eratosthenes was from Cyrene. In bracket you write, located in present day Libya. Close the bracket. Put a comma, which was one of the five major ancient Greek cities. One of the five major ancient Greek cities. Put a bracket and write, other being Athens, Sparta, Delphi, Delphi, which is modern day Delphi in Greece. All these three cities are located in Greece. Delphi, and Alexandria. Obviously, the fifth one is Cyrene. Close the bracket. Put a semicolon. He was a mathematician, astronomer, poet, and geographer. and geographer. Put a semicolon. Before Eratosthenes, put a comma, those who studied geography identified themselves as students of earth sciences, comma, universal sciences, or cosmographers, Put a full stop. You understand the word cosmos means the space, right? So they identified themselves as cosmographers. Next bullet, you write, the word geography is made out of two Greek words. The word geography is made out of two Greek words. Viz dot, V-I-Z dot, it means namely. Geo, in bracket you write, derived from the word geoid, close the bracket, meaning earth or earth-like, and graphy, in bracket you write, derived from the word graphia, close the bracket, meaning to describe, or to write an account of, Put a semicolon. Thus, literally put, geography is the description of the earth as the home of flora and fauna. Description of the earth as the home of flora and fauna. Put a semicolon, right? Geography is also referred to as a science, dealing with man-environment relationship. Now look here. Have you people heard about this word geodesy? कभी सुना है? Now, geodesy is actually the study of three fundamental properties of Earth. First, the geometrical shape of Earth. And from geodesy only we understand that the Earth is not a perfect sphere, rather it is slightly bulging at the equator and slightly flattened at the poles, and that is because of its rotatory motion on its own axis and the centrifugal action. Do you understand that? So geodesy is that science that studies three fundamental properties of Earth. Now, what are these three fundamental properties? First, the geometry of Earth. B, the orientation of Earth in space. I told you that the Earth, it is not at 90 degree with respect to the orbital plane. It is slightly inclined, and the angle of inclination being 66 and half. And the third thing is gravity. You know, anything that has mass will have some sort of gravity. So geodesy deals with these three things. Do you understand that? It studies these three things and also tries to study how these things will change with time. Do you get it? Now, the Earth today is inclined at 66.5 degrees with respect to the orbital plane, but it will not remain so for all times. In future, maybe this angle can increase or even decrease. Do you understand that? So from geodesy only we understand that the Earth is not a perfect sphere, but yet it is more spherical than most of the spheres. So give a small subheading, geodesy. Geodesy. Under this you write, geodesy is the study of three fundamental properties of Earth. Geodesy is the study of three fundamental properties of Earth. Study of three fundamental properties of Earth. Put a hyphen and then write as A, B, C, A. Geometric shape of Earth. Geometric shape of Earth. B. Orientation of Earth in space. Orientation of Earth in space. And C. Gravity of Earth. Gravity of Earth. Now, under that, write one line. Geodesy also deals with the study of the changes. Geodesy also deals with the study of the changes in these properties. The study of changes in these properties. Changes in these properties with respect to what? With respect to time. With respect to time. Now, under this, you write, next bullet. The Earth is not a perfect sphere. The Earth is not a perfect sphere. Put a full stop. This was highlighted by Sir Isaac Newton in 1687 AD. This was highlighted by Sir Isaac Newton in 1687 AD. Put a full stop. He declared 87 AD. Put a full stop. He declared that the Earth cannot be a perfect sphere. Earth cannot be a perfect sphere because of its continuous rotation. Because of its continuous rotation on its axis. On its axis. Put a semicolon. This rotatory motion generates a force which acts away from the center. This rotatory motion generates a force that acts away from the center, called the centrifugal force. Called the centrifugal force. Put a full stop. It is because of this force, that the Earth slightly bulges at the equator. The Earth slightly bulges at the equator. And this deformity is balanced by, and this deformity in shape, ऐसे कर लो, and this deformity in shape is balanced by the flattening of the poles is balanced by the flattening of the poles. Next bullet. The equatorial diameter of Earth is 12,757 kilometer. 12,757 kilometer, which is slightly more than its polar diameter. Slightly more than its polar diameter. Put a hyphen in, right? 12,714 kilometer. So the difference here be how much? 43 kilometers. So in bracket you write 43 kilometer difference. 43 kilometer difference. Or 0.3% or 0.3% variation. 0.3% variation from a perfect sphere. 0.3% variation from a perfect sphere. Put a semicolon, right? Close the bracket, put a semicolon. The Earth is in fact more spherical. The Earth is in fact more spherical than most of the spheres. More spherical than most of the spheres we encounter in our daily life. Most of the spheres we encounter in our daily lives. Like a cricket ball, a tennis ball, or a basketball. Like a cricket ball, tennis ball, or a basketball. Got it? So that's our very first question. That what is geography? And we have successfully answered that. So geography is the description of the Earth as the home of flora and fauna, or description of Earth as the home of man, or man-environment relationship study. That is what is geography. Is this definition clear to everyone? See, this is the workable definition that we have derived just by breaking the word geography. Got it? And is Earth a perfect sphere? No, Earth's shape is uniquely Earth-like, which is geoid. Do you understand that? In fact, most of the planets in the solar system cannot be perfect sphere. Do you understand that? Especially the gaseous planets. उनके लिए तो और मुश्किल है perfect spherical shape को maintain करके रखना. Got it? So the next question that we must ask ourselves is, what kind of description here we are talking about? We understood geography is the description of the Earth, but what kind of description? Okay, you tell me. Can I describe the Earth as the third planet in the solar system? Is that a description of the Earth? Now, can I define Earth, or describe Earth rather, as a part of the Milky Way galaxy? You know, Milky Way galaxy is that galaxy of which the sun is the part. Now, can I describe Earth as the part of universe? That's also a description of the Earth. Now, you people might have studied this in your school, that the Earth composes of different layers. These layers are core, mantle, and crust. Do you understand that? And sometimes this layered arrangement of Earth is known as trispherical concentric model of the Earth, because there are three spheres. These are not circles, right? This is the 2D surface. That's why it appears like a circle. Actually, it's a sphere. It comes out of the board and goes into the board as well. So you see, they have a common center. That's why it is known as concentric trispherical model of the Earth. Now, is this not a description of the Earth? So what kind of description is geographical description then? Well, the answer is not any of them. When I describe Earth as the third planet of the solar system, or a part of the Milky Way galaxy, or as a part of the universe, component part of the universe, these kind of descriptions are astronomical description of Earth. Do you understand that? When I try to describe the Earth in terms of its layered arrangement, as it is composed of 3 different layers, and as I move from the center towards the surface, the density continuously decreases because denser things would be at the bottom. Simple physics. So that's why you see that this layered description of the Earth is actually geological description of the Earth and not the geographical description of the Earth. Then what is geographical description? अब अगर उस डेफिनेशन को ध्यान से देखोगे तो आपको समझ में आ जाएगा कौन सा geographical description. याद है वो डेफिनेशन क्या कह रहा था? That geography is the study of Earth as the home of flora and fauna. So where does the flora and fauna live? On the surface of the Earth. Do you understand that? So geography is the description of the surface of the Earth as the home of flora and fauna. Now I am trying to modify and refine the definition. Do you understand that? Is this thing clear to everyone? Now, when we use the word surface in geography, it doesn't only indicate the outer skin of the Earth. The word surface in geography has a technical meaning. अब देखो क्या होता है surface का मतलब? Look here very carefully. The surface not only includes the outermost part of the Earth, but the entire of Earth's atmosphere and up to that depth where mankind has gone. So it includes both depth as well as height. You know, the atmosphere is actually a mixture of gases which remains attached to Earth due to Earth's gravity. If there is no gravity, there would be no atmosphere. So when we say description of the surface of the Earth, we include not only the outer part of the Earth, but also the Earth's atmosphere and up to that depth where mankind has penetrated successfully. Do you understand that? That is geographical description of the Earth. Got it? Now, look here very carefully. Some important concepts coming up. You tell me that, can I describe something in terms of time? Can I describe something in terms of time? Let's talk about a very important thing. Like say, for example, in 1775, there was the American War of Independence. Or you must be aware in 1526, there was the first battle of Panipat. Right? Now, can I describe the first battle of Panipat in terms of time? It is 1526. But can I also describe Panipat or the first battle of Panipat in terms of space where it was fought? And you know, Panipat is located where? It is located in modern day Haryana, northwestern part of the country. So I can describe something in terms of space as well. Do you understand that? So what kind of description is actually geographical description? It is description in terms of space and not in terms of time. Do you understand that? Whenever we are describing something in terms of space, we would require a surface. Do you get it? When I have to describe something in terms of time, I would not require that surface. Do you understand that? I can just refer to the time period. So any time related description is known as temporal description, whereas any space related description is known as spatial description. So now I am modifying my definition and you check whether you can understand this or not. Geography is the spatial description of the surface of the Earth as the home of flora and fauna. Do you understand that? Now, when we describe something temporally or in time sequence, then we call it chronological description. Like in history, you might have heard about this. Arrange the rulers in chronological order or wars in chronological order. When we describe something in terms of space, it is chorological. So geography is what kind of sign? Is it chronological? No, it is chorological. Chronological science is history. Do you understand that? It's also a part of social science. So chronological science is history, whereas geography is chorological science. Now I'm again modifying the definition. Look here. Geography is the chorological science that spatially describes the surface of the Earth as the home of flora and fauna. Do you understand that? So when we are in the realm of geography, we are in the realm of chorological studies. When we are in the realm of history, we are in the realm of chronological studies. Do you understand that? Now you tell me, can we describe over the surface of the earth, where are the mountains of the world? Can we describe that? Can we describe the rivers of the world? Can we describe the plateaus of the world? Can we describe the iron and steel plants of the world? Can we describe the agricultural fields of the world? Can we describe over the surface of the earth the areas of high rainfall? Can we describe the deserts of the world? Do you understand that? So, we may be describing the surface of the earth, but the surface of the earth can also be categorized into two halves. One is the physical surface. It means that surface which is untouched by human beings. That's physical surface. Do you understand that? And the other one is the cultural surface or the cultural landscape. Cultural landscape is that part of Earth's surface where human beings have evolved a culture. And you know, agriculture is the beginning of culture for most of the civilizations. तो वहाँ पे agriculture होगा, industry होगा, वहाँ पे trade transport होगा, वहाँ पे population होगा, settlement होगा, ये सारी चीजें होंगी. Do you understand that? So we can describe either the physical surface or we can describe the cultural surface over the surface of the earth. Do you understand that? Or I would call them physical landscape or cultural landscape. Do you understand that? When we are describing the physical landscape, we are in the realm of physical geography. When we are describing the cultural landscape, who builds the culture? Human. We are in the realm of human geography. Do you understand that? Now, when we study about Himalayas in geographical literature, what do you think? We are just bothered about where the Himalayas are located, that's it? Or we also want to know how the Himalayas came into existence? What will happen of the Himalayas in the future? Like we are studying about Ganga. What would happen to Ganga in future? How was Ganga in the past? We want to know all these kind of things. So is geography only description? No, geography is also the understanding of what will happen in the future and what was this feature in the past. Do you understand that? Therefore, there came a very famous geographer and his name is Richard Hartshorne. He is an American geographer who also served as a professor in the University of Wisconsin-Madison. Now, he has given a definition of geography, which to my mind is the most complete definition of geography. He says, geography is the study of, what kind of study of? Accurate, orderly study of and rational study of. So, geography is the accurate. When I say, where are Himalayas? कोई geographer ऐसे बोल सकता है कि हाँ वो इक्वेटर के आसपास कहीं तो है. ऐसे तो नहीं बोलते. They give you the exact latitude and longitude where Himalayas are. So it's an accurate, it's an orderly and a rational study as well as interpretation of the variable character of the Earth's surface. Now the Earth's surface is not actually like this. This is an ideal representation of the surface. The Earth's surface is actually like this. Somewhere it is mountains, somewhere it is depressions, and all of that. If I just zoom in, I'll find this kind of surface. So is the surface same or it is variable in character? So Hartshorne says that geography is the accurate, orderly, and rational study of the variable character of the surface of the Earth, and not only study, but also the interpretation of those features. Do you understand that? So that's a more scientific definition for geography. No, orderly means that when things are placed, like suppose you make a map of mountains, you will only put mountains in that. You will not put anything else. That's an orderly map. So if you put everything in that, that would become a disorderly map. Thematic maps, have you seen? Maps based on certain themes. So geography is that kind of thing. Sometimes we have comprehensive maps, but comprehensive map अगर मैं आपको दिखा दूं आपको कुछ समझ में नहीं आएगा. When you are trying to understand the drainage pattern, do you draw the buildings also? You assume that there is nothing but only rivers over the surface of India. Do you understand that? So is this thing clear? So what kind of description is geography? Geography is a chorological science which tries to orderly, accurately, and rationally describe and interpret the variable characters on the surface of the earth. The surface includes not only the outer part but also the atmosphere and the depth to which human beings have penetrated. And the surface may have physical features or it may have man-made features. When we try to describe the physical features, we are in the realm of physical geography. When we try to describe the man-made features, we are in the realm of human geography. Like suppose, if I am making a map of iron and steel industries of the world, I am in the realm of what? Physical geography or human geography? Suppose I am trying to make a map of all the paddy fields in the world, then I am in the realm of human geography. Who has created the fields? Mankind have created the field, right? If I make a map of all the smart cities, then human geography. If I make a map of all the plateaus, if I make a map of all the volcanoes, if I make a map of all the earthquake zones of the world, do you understand that? So write a question. Second question of the day. What kind of description of Earth is geographical description? What kind of description of Earth is geographical description? What kind of description of Earth is geographical description? Now, under this you write bullet wise. First bullet. Earth can be described in variety of ways. Earth can be described in variety of ways. Put a semicolon. For example, it can be highlighted as the third planet of the solar system, can be highlighted as the third planet of the solar system. Put a comma, a part of the Milky Way galaxy, a part of the Milky Way galaxy. Or as a component part, or as a component part of the universe, or as a component part of the universe. Put a hyphen and write, all these descriptions are astronomical descriptions. All these descriptions are astronomical descriptions. Put a semicolon. Earth can also be described in terms of its layered arrangement. Its layered arrangement consisting of core, mantle, and crust. Core, mantle, and crust. In bracket you write trispherical concentric model of the Earth. Trispherical, because there are three spheres. Core is one sphere, mantle is another one, and the crust is the third one. Trispherical concentric, it means common center. Concentric model of the Earth. Trispherical concentric model of the Earth. Close the bracket. Put a hyphen and write, this description is geological in nature. This description is geological in nature. In nature. Put a full stop. Next bullet. In geography, we try to describe the surface of the Earth. The surface of the Earth. Put the word surface into single inverted commas. Surface of the Earth. Put a semicolon and write The word surface in geography has a technical meaning. The word surface in geography has a technical meaning. It not only consists of the outermost part, not only consists of the outermost part of the Earth's surface, outermost part of the Earth's surface, but also the entire of Earth's atmosphere, and the subsurface portions of the Earth, and the subsurface portions of the Earth. Up to the depth mankind has reached. Up to the depth mankind has reached. After that, what you do is a very rough hand, you draw this one, just this. This is the description of the surface of the Earth. So whenever we will talk about surface of the Earth, this is actually the surface of the Earth. Just this one, nothing else. Got it? Now, next point, you write. Description could be either in terms of time or in terms of space. Description could be either in terms of time or in terms of space. Time or in terms of space. Put a full stop. Time-related descriptions are called temporal descriptions. Time-related descriptions are called temporal description. Or chronological descriptions. Or chronological descriptions. Put a semicolon. Space-related descriptions are spatial. Space-related descriptions are spatial or chorological descriptions. Chorological descriptions. Now put a bracket and write within that bracket. History is a chronological science. History is a chronological science, whereas geography is a chorological science. History is a chronological science, whereas geography is a chorological science. Close the bracket. Now write in inverted commas, right? I'm giving you the statement given by Richard Hartshorne. So change the ink and write, geography is the accurate, orderly and rational description and interpretation of the variable character. Interpretation of the variable character of the Earth's surface. Okay, geography is the accurate, orderly, and rational description and interpretation of the variable character of the Earth's surface. Close the inverted commas, put a hyphen, and write Richard Hartshorne, Shorne, Hartshorne, Richard Hartshorne. In bracket, you write American geographer. American geographer. Now, third bullet, you write the surface of the Earth may have natural features. The surface of the Earth may have natural features or man-made features. May have natural features or man-made features. Put a full stop and write the mosaic. Do you understand what's a mosaic? Mosaic means an arrangement, aggregation. So the mosaic of natural features forms the physical landscape. Mosaic of natural features form the physical landscape. Physical landscape. Now look here. Have you heard about this term, landform? What is landform? How do you define a landform? Its fundamental unit in geography. What is a landform? Best definition of landform is any form of land is a landform. Do you understand that? That's the best definition for landform. Like say for example, mountains, they are landforms. What about plateaus? They are also landforms. Valleys, they are also landforms. What is a landscape? It's an assemblage of landforms. That's why you see sometimes the word Himalayan landscape is used, because there you have valleys, gorges, and all those kind of things, right? Mountains, hills, peaks, you have all those kind of things. So landscape is what? It's an assemblage of different landforms. तो कहीं पे margin में लिख लो, a landform is any block of land. A landform is any block of land, like hill, valley, plateau, etc. Hill, valley, plateau, etc. Put a full stop. The assemblage of different landforms, creates a landscape. The assemblage of different landforms create a landscape. Got it? Full stop. Now come back to what you were writing. Put a semicolon, right? अच्छा क्या लिखा आपने लास्ट लाइन बोलोगे एक बार whereas कंटिन्यू करो उसी लाइन को whereas an assemblage of man-made features form the cultural landscape. Now look here. Over the surface of the earth, man undertakes social activities as well as economic activities. Do you understand that? So social and economic activities are represented by the cultural landscape. Are you understanding that point? Now can I say, if I just strip all the cultural landscapes, just imagine if I have the power to do that, I'm stripping all the cultural landscapes, what would I find beneath them? Natural landscapes. So can I say natural landscapes provide the base for the formation of cultural landscapes? Write down. Put a full stop and write. The natural landscapes provide the base over which cultural landscapes grow. Put a semicolon and write. The cultural landscape is an expression. The cultural landscape is an expression of the socio-economic activities. Expression of the socio-economic activities of man. Socio-economic activities of man over the surface of the earth. Over the surface of the earth. Now I'm making a statement, you tell me whether that makes sense to you or not. When we describe the physical landscape, we are in the realm of physical geography. When we describe the cultural landscape, we are in the realm of human geography. Because cultural landscape banaya kisne? Insaan ne. So make a star, change the ink and write this line. When we describe the physical landscape, when we describe the physical landscape, we are in the realm of physical geography. We are in the realm of physical geography. Whereas when we describe the cultural landscape, we are in the domain of human geography. We are in the domain of human geography. Put a full stop. You see, यही तो syllabus है. Physical geography and human geography of world and India. So that's why UPSC writes it geography of world and India. But actually और अच्छे से लिखना होता तो क्या लिखते? Physical geography of world and India and human geography of world and India. Do you understand that? Now the third question that we'll try to answer in the class today is, what is the subject matter of geography? Right? So write a question. What is the subject matter of geography? What is the subject matter of geography? Put a question mark. Okay, you tell me that what is the subject matter of geography? What do we actually study under geography? Do we study the mountains of the world? Volcanoes, earthquakes, tsunamis? So do we study the manufacturing units, the road? There is a transport geography, अपना एक branch है पूरा, right? Do we study population? Then what is the subject matter of geography? No, that's the place where we are studying. Now the question is what? What are we studying? What are we studying in geography over the surface? You understand the meaning of the word surface now? Okay, you tell me. Can I make a map of the world or a part of the world or map of India or a part thereof where I can show all the agricultural fields? In that also going specific and showing, say, wheat fields, pulses, rice fields. Can I do that? Can I make a map of the world and show all the major bauxite reserves, where they are? Can I make a map of the world and show the important plateaus of the world, the active volcanoes of the world, the fold mountains of the world, the deep valleys of the world? So I can show either a physical feature over a map or a man-made feature, like iron and steel plant would be a man-made feature. Then what is the subject matter of geography? That begs the question. The answer is everything. Everything is the subject matter of geography. Anything that can be expressed over a map of the world or a part thereof becomes the subject matter of geography. Like, say, for example, can I make a map of the world and showcase all the football playing nations of the world? Can I make a map of all the football playing nations of the world? Yes. Now, can I make a map of all the important cricket stadiums? Can I make a map of all the smart cities? सोच लो, जो सोचना है सोच लो. Right? That can be expressed over a map of the world. Can I show over the map of India the hotspots for UPSC preparation? Right? A lot of it would be here in and around Delhi, a bit in Kolkata, maybe in Prayagraj, then in Nagpur, Pune, then some in Ahmedabad, some in Chennai, some Hyderabad, but a larger concentration would be in and around. This would be a map of showing coaching centers in India, maybe. Do you understand that? So what is the subject matter of geography? The answer is everything. Anything that can be expressed over a map of the world becomes the subject matter of geography. Whatever you are expressing over the map of the world will be either a natural feature or a man-made feature. When you're doing it with respect to a natural feature, it becomes the realm of physical geography. It's human feature, it becomes the realm of human geography. That's it, right? So under this, you write. Now look here, when we say description in geography, how do we describe? Mostly description could be either in the form of written language, कि आपने एक novel लिख दिया, किताब लिख दी, कहानी लिख दिया, उससे describe कर दिया. Or you can describe things like a poet describes. Do you understand that? ये poetic description नहीं है, geography का description. Do you understand that? Because poets use metaphors. Like your eyes are like rivers. This is a metaphorical expression. Do you understand that? तो geographical description कैसा description है? Geographical description actual description. Do you understand that? और वो description किससे करते हैं geographers mostly? They describe with the help of maps. What is a map? The projection of any geographical feature over the surface. That becomes a map. And the surface could be either paper, that becomes a paper map. Do you understand that? Now the earth is actually spherical or near spherical in nature. Whereas a map is flat surface. How can you express something which is spherical over a flat surface? When you do that, you have to compromise with either of the one. First, shape or size. Do you understand that? If you maintain shape, maybe you have to compromise with size. If you maintain size, then you have to compromise with shape. Sometimes you have to compromise with both and distance. Do you understand that? So British जब rule करते थे इंडिया में, तो वो जो मैप बनाते थे उसमें वो इंडिया को इतना छोटा दिखाते थे और ब्रिटेन को इतना बड़ा. Do you understand that? और इंडिया उस टाइम का सोचो, आज का इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, म्यांमार. Do you understand that? So how big that country was. And the Britishers used to show the British Isles as a very big country. Why? To play with the psyche of the common man. वरना लगता है कि ये छोटा सा आइलैंड हम पे रूल कर रहा है. Do you understand that? When people went to the West, they corrected those maps and brought the real maps, and Indians were amazed to see that. That look at the size of our country and look at that island. Do you understand that? तो वो पूरा ही जो है, पूरा जो आपका ब्रिटेन है, वो ईस्टर्न यूपी में समा जाएगा. लिखो. Right now. The surface of the earth, right, bullet wise, the surface of the earth is often represented. The surface of the earth is often represented through a map. Often represented through a map. Put a semicolon. The method of representing the earth through a map, the method of representing the earth through a map is known as projection. Now, what is the art of map making known as? Cartography, right? And what are chorochromatic maps? Have you heard about this? Chorochromatic. This word is very important for you. Chorochromatic maps are those maps which shows variables over the surface of the earth by using different color codes. Do you understand that? कि अगर जैसे सी का मैप आपने देखा होगा, ओशन का, जितना डार्क होता जाता है मतलब उतना गहरा है. Do you understand that? So look here very carefully that the art of map making is actually known as cartography, and maps, best maps are chorochromatic maps. They are thematic in nature and they show the variations by using color codes. Do you understand that? इसलिए अब पहली चीज जो मैं कह रहा हूँ क्लास में, I'll give you a list of books at the end of the class, but the atlas that you need to purchase if you have not already got one. अगर एक ले लिया है तो फिर छोड़ दो, कुछ हो नहीं सकता. But if you haven't purchased and you are intending to purchase one, then go for the Orient Black Swan Atlas, right? Why? Because it's chorochromatic in nature. The Oxford Atlas is not chorochromatic in nature. Do you get it? तो वो ले लेना. अगर नहीं लिया है तो ऐसा नहीं है कोई महाभारत अशुद्ध नहीं हो जाएगा, जो है उससे भी काम बन जाएगा. So right. Continue that point, put a semicolon and write. The art of map making is known as cartography. Cartography. Now put a bracket and write chromatic. Now choro, do you remember? It deals with space, and chromatic means color, right? नाम से समझ में आ रहा है. Chromatic maps are thematic in nature. Chromatic maps are thematic in nature, and they show variations over the Earth's surface, using color symbols. Close the bracket. Next bullet, you write anything that can be expressed over the map of the world or a part thereof becomes the subject matter of geography. Right? So look here. This description could be either about a physical feature or about a human or man-made feature. So put a bracket and write. Maps could be either physical maps. Have you seen those maps? Physical maps, or maps representing any man-made feature, Close the bracket. Where would you put the political maps? Are they physical maps? They are man-made because the boundaries are created by whom? Human beings. They have carved nation states, right? So that's the answer for the third question. Let's move to the fourth question. Today we are just trying to feel the subject, right? The fourth question is, what is the aim of geography? एक तो ये समझ में आ गया कि what geography is. Geography is the description. What kind of description? Spatial description of the surface of the earth. Surface पे क्या हो सकता है? Cultural feature or a natural feature. When you are describing cultural feature, it is human geography. Natural feature, it is physical geography, right? And what can be expressed? Anything that can be expressed over a map of the world or a part thereof. The next question is, what is the aim of geography? ये भी तो समझना जरूरी है. So write a question. What is the aim of geography? Now look here. You tell me, what is the aim of geography? Why are you studying geography? To clear the exam. That's the aim, at least for you people. Right? बाकी होगा जो होगा देखा जाएगा. पहला तो यही है. Well, jokes aside, go on dear. क्या बोल रहे थे बोलो? Okay. Anything else? Anything else? What is the aim of geography? To benefit humans. तो इकोनॉमी में नहीं है वो एम. सब में है वही एम. हिस्ट्री में है कि नहीं है? To know the earth better. Geology also does that. In fact, geology tells you better than what geography can tell you. Now, do you understand the term environment? What is environment? Okay, what is surroundings? Everything that is around you is your environment. Now you tell me, in your environment, are there physical features? So are those physical features all animate in nature? It means, are they all alive? Some of them are non-living as well. Like say for example, rocks. They're physical features, but they are not alive. Patthar, wo wala rock. Right? And in your environment, there can also be features which are made by man. Like say for example, as you go out of this classroom, you'll feel the air on your skin. Now that air is what? Has man made it? No, it's a natural feature. You can also see some soil, right? This is also natural feature. But what about the road on which you will be walking? Okay. What about the buildings that you would see? So what is the aim of geography? The aim of geography is to understand the total environment. Do you understand that? And the total environment consists of both natural features as well as man-made features. That's the aim of geography. What is the subject matter? Everything that can be expressed over a map. And what is the aim? The aim is to understand the total environment. Do you understand that? All of you understand Venn diagrams? So I'll be using a simple Venn diagram to show the total environment. Drop your pen and look here very carefully. Right? So this circle, it represents the abiotic environment. The abiotic environment consists of what? If we just talk in the geographical sense, consists of what? Land, okay, water, what else? Air, remember surface, air. What about soil? Also part of it, right? So when you say air temperature, pressure, wo sare air mein hi aa gaye. Do you get it? So this is what? This is your natural, but what kind of environment? Abiotic. Abiotic means non-living. Do you understand that? And then you may have a biotic environment as well. It consists of what? Can I say flora and fauna? This is the living part of the natural environment. This is the non-living part of the natural environment. Combinedly, they form what? They form the natural environment. Do you get it? And then there is the man-made environment, right? And the man-made environment, what should I call it? The cultural environment. The cultural environment consists of what? What man has made? सबसे पहले क्या बनाया इंसान ने? पहले सबसे पहले इंसान ने इंसान बनाया है. It means population, right? फिर लोग बनाने के बाद क्या चाहिए था? घर चाहिए था. So the second thing is settlement. Then what about agriculture? Right? What about industries? And what about trade, transport, road, rail, port? These are all made by man. Do you understand that? So this is what? This is your cultural environment. This is what? This is your natural environment. What is total environment? This intersection is the total environment. Do you understand that? This is the total environment. So can I say now, total environment is the overlapping section between natural and cultural environment? The aim of geography is to understand this environment. This environment as the home of man. Do you understand that? अब एक चीज देखो. The study of land or lithosphere is actually geomorphology. Yes? The study of water, which is the biggest representation of water over the surface of the earth? Oceans. So it becomes oceanography. What is the study of air? Atmosphere. Climatology. So it is climatology. What is the study of soil? Soil becomes a small part of biogeography, right? So then it is biogeography. Now, what is the study of flora and fauna? Can I say this is environmental geography. That is the study of flora and fauna. In fact, now UPSC has made a separate subject for that, which is ecology and environment. इसलिए मैंने आपको बोला था कि जब तक ज्योग्राफी नहीं पढ़ोगे ये नहीं समझ में आएगा. समझ में आया कि ये नहीं समझ में आएगा ज्योग्राफी पढ़े बिना. Now look at this study of population is what? Population geography, right? Study of settlement is what? Settlement geography. Then economic geography. These are economic activities: agriculture, trade, transport, and even industry. So I can say economic geography. And economic geography has parts like agricultural geography, industrial geography, trade and transport geography. They are all parts of, this is the economic activity. These are the social activities. Do you understand that? Now, look here. When man plans settlement or agriculture or industry, ऐसा है क्या कि सोच के जाते हैं और बोलते हैं कि चलो आज आयरन एंड स्टील प्लांट लगाया जाए, ऐसा होता है? There is a good thought process invested in that, right? That is what is planning. Now you tell me, planning is done, good plans are made for all the regions or for specific region? Can you make a single plan for all the subjects? कि सब में 33.33% ही करूंगा मैं क्योंकि सीसेट में वैसा ही है. ऐसा प्लान बनाओगे क्या तो खुद ही बाहर हो जाओगे सेल्फ गोल मार के. Point is you make different plans for different subjects. Like ये पढ़ना है, ये छोड़ देना है, ऐसे प्लान बनाते हो ना. और उस सब्जेक्ट में भी ये नहीं पढ़ना है, पहले तो यही प्लान बना लो कि क्या क्या नहीं पढ़ना है. तो प्लानिंग इज ऑलवेज फॉर अ पर्टिकुलर रीजन. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? एंड दैट्स व्हाई regional planning is a part of geography. Do you get it? So the next thing that comes is regional planning. अब देखो ध्यान से, यही तुम्हारा सिलेबस है. Is this not your syllabus? That's your syllabus. That's the aim of geography. इसलिए बोला पास होना, नहीं तो है. तो लिखो एक लाइन. The aim of geography is to understand the total environment, which is an intersection of natural and cultural environment. Which is an intersection of natural and cultural environment. बस इतना ही लिखो, and after that you draw this diagram. Draw a rough hand quickly. Don't show your drawing skills. Don't be Picasso. Done. Last 30 seconds. Go quick. समझ में आ गया होगा तो खुद भी बना सकते हो. Okay. Now look here. In geography, there must be some concepts, there must be some theories, there must be some kind of approaches from where geography has derived these concepts, these ideas, these approaches, or what kind of approach should we have to understand and to study and to appreciate this beautiful subject? What kind of approach should we have? That's the next question. Do you understand that? So write the question. What kind of approach should we adopt to understand geography? What kind of approach should we adopt to understand geography? Now look here. Remember the surface of the earth? Surface included the atmosphere, yes or no? Now in the atmosphere there is precipitation, it means rainfall, right? To understand rainfall, we must understand cloud formation. To understand cloud formation, we must understand first evaporation. To understand evaporation, we must understand sun rays. And the study of sun, is that geography? That is astronomy. I told you, anything that we are studying out of the earth is actually astronomy, the realm of astronomy. But does the knowledge of sun or solar rays help you in understanding the atmosphere of the earth? Okay. What about the layered arrangement of the earth? Geology? Geological understanding, does it help in geographic understanding? Like say for example, you are trying to understand how volcanoes emerge. You must know what is there beneath the surface. It means geography, it borrows from different sciences. Do you understand that? Geography is a link subject which draws from various sciences. Now look here. Suppose at the center is geography, from where geography draws its concepts, its approaches, its theories, its ideas, etc. Let's try to understand that. Now say, for example, if you are talking about population geography, should you have some knowledge about demography, which is a science? Like you must know about what is population ratio, sex ratio, all those kind of things. तभी तो आप उसको दिखा सकते हो on a map, literacy ratio, all those kind of things. So when you're studying all these things, human development index, can I make a map of the world showing the high HDI ranking countries? That's a geographical description. But for that, I must first understand what is HDI. And for understanding HDI, I must go to demography, which is a different science. It's the science of population studies. Do you understand that? So can I say geography draws from demography? So demography is one science from where geography is drawing its concepts, ideas, theories, approaches, etc. Okay. What about, say, sociology? Does geography draw anything from sociology? Like how settlements appear are part of sociology? Okay, can I make a map of India showing the important and the oldest tribes of India? The study of tribes and all of that is anthropology. So can I say it draws something from anthropology as well? Now, can I make a map of the world, not the map of today, but map of 1000 years before present? So if I'm going in time, I'm going in which subject? History, right? So it also draws from history. When I'm talking about flora and fauna, actually I am in the realm of botany and zoology. Now, can I make a political map? Now, to make a political map, I must first understand politics or political science. So, does it draw from political science? Can I make a map where I can show which are the countries where there is democracy. Do you understand that? That's part of what? Political science. And what kind of administration can I show? People-centric administration, people-driven administration, welfare-driven administration. किस तरीके का administration? It means I'm talking about public administration. Do you understand that? Now, do I have to draw from cartography? What is cartography? The science of map making. Do I have to draw from mathematics? Many times geographical, like say for example literacy ratio. Ratio क्या हुआ? Mathematics हुआ ना? Do I have to draw from statistics? Do you understand that? Now, do I draw from economics? What about agriculture, industrial activities, transport? These are all what? Economic activities. Do you understand that? So geography draws from all the subjects. So what kind of approach do we require? A multidisciplinary approach. Do you understand that? That's why geography is the link subject. Got it? और यही रीजन है कि ज्योग्राफी, आप किसी भी बैकग्राउंड से आ जाओ, आपको ज्योग्राफी अच्छा लगेगा, क्योंकि आपके बैकग्राउंड का कुछ ना कुछ तो होगा ही ज्योग्राफी. Do you understand that? Be it from physical sciences or from the social sciences. You may have any background, yet you will love geography because there is something from your subject in geography. No wonder geography is therefore known as the king of optionals. ठीक है, इसीलिए बोला जाता है ज्योग्राफी को, और ज्योग्राफी एवरग्रीन भी है इसीलिए. ऑप्शनल, आप हर साल रिजल्ट में देख लो, ज्योग्राफी का बच्चा आपको जरूर मिलेगा, क्योंकि ज्योग्राफी है ही ऐसा सब्जेक्ट. गॉट इट? मैं पढ़ाता ही वो हूँ जो अच्छा है. लिखो, एक लाइन लिखो. To understand geography, we must have a multidisciplinary approach. Must have a multidisciplinary approach. As geography draws its concepts, ideas, theories, laws, and approaches, from various disciplines. अच्छा, अब इधर देखो. Can I add here geology? And can I add astronomy? Add करते जाओ, जो ऐड करोगे सब ऐड हो जाएगा. Do you understand that? Just make this diagram. चाहो तो 5-6 बना के भी छोड़ सकते हो, चाहो इससे ज्यादा भी ऐड कर सकते हो. You can add other more specific sciences as well, like meteorology, hydrology, etc. Biology, botany and zoology are actually the subsets of biology. ये सब मत लिख देना किंग ऑफ ऑप्शनल्स वगैरह. So far, I hope things are clear to everyone. Good. दस 12 भी ऐड करके छोड़ दोगे तो काफी है, ये आपके समझने के लिए है, और बीच में जो जो याद आए ऐड करते रहना. Now, the point is, How many of you have actually studied geography in your college? Nobody? Nobody has studied geography in college? That's strange. जो पूछता हूँ वही नहीं पढ़े, पढ़े क्या हो? अच्छा, स्कूल में तो पढ़ा होगा, नहीं बच सकते क्योंकि ज्योग्राफी तो है ही स्कूल में. ज्योग्राफी क्या है? नेचुरल साइंस है या सोशल साइंस? क्लोजर टू व्हाट? Natural science or social science? How many of you have studied geography in school? Raise your hands. Everybody has studied geography in school, right? And I hope all those who are attending online, you have also studied geography in school. The point is, geography is natural science or social science? कितने लोग बोल रहे हो natural science? हाथ उठाओ. कोई भी नहीं बोल रहा natural science. Most of the people are saying geography is social science. You have studied geography and you're not sure what science is it? Natural or social science? Okay. Geography is taught in technical universities? Is it? Or it is taught in those universities which are non-technical in nature? Where is it taught? And in non-technical universities, mostly the subjects are social science subjects. So geography by that logic is. So ye batao, what is the difference between natural science and social science? Is there any difference? What's the difference? How many of you have studied natural sciences? Raise your hands. Natural science, social science, क्या किया? Home science किया तुम लोगों ने? Natural science कितने लोगों ने किया? हाथ उठाओ. Okay. And others, I'm assuming, have done social science. So, what is the difference between natural science and social science? Who can define it? हाँ बोलो. Okay. And social sciences are subjective in nature. Good definition. Any other definition? Okay. Defined by human behavior. Again, a good definition. Any other definition?
Can be generalized.
Okay. Social sciences cannot be generalized?
It can be least generalized.
Okay. There is difficulties in such generalization. Okay. Any other? हाँ बोलो. Elaborate.
For certain input, there will be certain.
Okay. In social sciences? If you do work for a certain company, that's your input?
Sir, that's where social science comes. Like behaviorism.
Okay. Behavioralism. Okay. Yes. Huh.
Natural science is universal in nature.
Okay.
Social science can be.
Social sciences cannot be universal? They can also be? Yes.
Natural sciences are more reliable and valid.
Social sciences are not valid. Are you from natural science? Okay. Now look here. Think of this. If I just throw this down, what happened? It comes back, right? Why? Have I made a promise to this one to come back? So why it comes back? This is Newton's third law. And whatever I throw must be having some elasticity, and it will come back depending upon its elasticity and Earth's gravity and the force with which I throw it. To every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. If I drop this, what would happen? It will always come down, right? Will it ever fly? It won't. Why? Because I am in the realm of physics, and physics is a natural science. In natural sciences, laws are absolute. Absolute laws means universal laws. It means always true. Unless those laws are replaced by some other laws. Do you understand that? That is how natural science is. ऐसा ही है ना? What is mathematics? Natural science or social science? Natural science. So 2 plus 2 ऐसा कोई बोलेगा 6 होता है. 2 plus 2 is always 4. अब चाहे इंडिया में कर लो चाहे यूएस में जाके कर लो. 2 plus 2 ऐसा नहीं है जाते जाते 5 हो जाएगा. It will remain 4. Do you understand that? That is the beauty of natural sciences. Example of natural sciences is physics, chemistry, mathematics, statistics, biology. These are all examples of natural science. Okay. How are laws in social science? In social sciences, laws are probabilistic in nature. Probabilistic मतलब क्या है? Maybe. That is probabilistic, right? पता नहीं. यही है probability. That's all is probability. So in social sciences, you see, the laws are probabilistic in nature, whereas in natural science, laws are absolute in nature. Can you give me some examples of social sciences? History. अरे अपना अपना ऑप्शनली बोल दो. Sociology, philosophy, psychology, anthropology, economy. These are all social sciences, right? Now suppose there is a person who has done some work in some organization, has got a salary in return. So that's his income. So I'm in the realm of which subject? Economy, right? Now, can you say with guarantee कि ये तो आज KFC जा रहा है? Because he has got money, he's going to spend that money at KFC. Can you say that with guarantee? When I drop this, can you say with guarantee it will fall? लिख के दे सकते हो मेरे को एक पेपर पे? Even for writing you require friction, right? It's a part of physics. The point is, किसी के पास पैसा है, अब बोल सकते हो कि हाँ इसका पैसा ये KFC जाएगा. Can you give it in writing? McDonald's भी जा सकता है, हो सकता है ना जाए, just goes to the market and purchases some random things. Can also put that money in shares, equity. हो सकता है can save that money in the wallet, या हो सकता है किसी को दे दे लोन, या हो सकता है बस जाके घर पे कोई मटके के अंदर रख के गाड़ दे, कुछ भी कर सकता है. Because it includes what? As he rightly puts it, it includes human behavior. And human behavior is what? It is unpredictable. It is unpredictable human behavior. Do you understand that? We can predict the laws of nature, but we cannot predict the laws of human behavior. In fact, in economics also there is this whole lot of branch which is known as behavioral economics. और आज की डेट में वो सारे इकोनॉमिक्स सबसे ऊपर बैठे हुए हैं इकोसिस्टम में जो बिहेवियरल इकोनॉमिक्स पढ़ के आए हैं, और जो वो बताते हैं वैसा होता नहीं. Because human behavior is very unpredictable. Do you understand that? That's why that famous line, an economist will know tomorrow why the things that he predicted yesterday did not happen today. Do you understand that? So, where is geography now? Where is geography? Okay, you tell me one thing. Think of this. Suppose there is a water surface. Suppose there is a water reservoir, right? It has water. Now just imagine this, that incident upon it are the sun rays. Now will that heat up the water in due course of time? Once the water is heated up, application of heat energy, what will happen to water? It will turn into vapor, and vapor always rises, and then it would condense and it may form. But forget about the cloud part. This is for sure that any incident sun ray on any water surface will cause what? Evaporation. The rate of evaporation would depend upon the chemical property of water. It will also depend upon the strength of the sun ray, also the angle of sun rays, the duration of sun rays. Do you understand that? Evaporation तो होगा, 10 मिनट में हो, 10 दिन में हो, 10 साल में हो, पर होगा जरूर. Do you understand that? So can I say whenever there is incident sun rays on water surface, there will be evaporation. So absoluteness is mostly defined by will or by shall. होगा ही होगा. Do you understand that? Now, is this not part of geography? This is climatology. So how is it? It is absolute. Do you understand that? Now, think of this. Suppose you have a piece of land. Just imagine you have a piece of land. Now I show it to you. And suppose this area has high rainfall and high temperature. High rainfall, high temperature is good for producing what? Rice, paddy. Look at the eastern part of the country, eastern Uttar Pradesh, Bengal, Bihar, Assam, the southern states, coastal areas, they are all rice producing regions of the world. Why? Because they have good rainfall and good temperature. High temperature, high rainfall is ideal for producing paddy. Do you understand that? Now, can you say with guarantee that all the farmers in that region would be producing paddy? Government can distort that behavior just by announcing MSP on wheat or pulses. Do you understand that? Whereas wheat requires entirely the opposite condition, low rainfall and low temperature. Look at Punjab, Haryana, Western Uttar Pradesh. They all are having low temperature and low rainfall. So, area which has high rainfall, high temperature, logic says paddy is the natural crop there. But people may grow pulses. Suppose somebody owns this estate, may decide not to grow anything because he may feel that by growing some crops, he may earn some revenue. It's better to build a software park here. क्या हो सकता है, if this is Rajendra Nagar, then they may decide to raise some buildings and put it on rent. It depends, right? We cannot say that there will be, shall be. Can I say there shall be, will be paddy? I can say what? There can be paddy. So there is a probability of paddy, but not a guarantee of paddy. But here there is a guarantee of evaporation. Is this not agricultural geography and regional planning? Yes or no? So where is geography then? अब देखो, 19th century, early 19th century, when all the modern universities were being established at that time, जितने भी आप देख रहे हो अभी, या उससे पहले भी चले जाओ, चाहे आप ऑक्सब्रिज की बात करो, ऑक्सफोर्ड, कैम्ब्रिज, येल, हार्वर्ड, विस्कॉन्सिन, कहीं पे भी चले जाओ, आप देखोगे कि वहां पे दो शेल्फ रखे होते हैं. This is what happened initially. One is the natural sciences, also known as the physical sciences, and the other one is social sciences. And because social sciences include human behavior, does history, psychology, public administration, political science all include human behavior? So that's why they are also known as humanities. Have you heard this name for social sciences? They're also known as humanities. तो अब जैसे कि मैंने हिस्ट्री की किताब उठाई, कहाँ रखूंगा मैं? यहाँ रख दिया. इकोनॉमी यहाँ रख दिया मैंने, सोशोलॉजी रख दिया, फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, मैथमेटिक्स, बायोलॉजी सब रख दिया. अब मेरे हाथ में क्या है? ज्योग्राफी. सो इफ आई एम इंटेलिजेंट तो मेरे को क्या करना चाहिए? यही करना चाहिए मुझे, because whole of physical geography is more near to natural sciences and whole of human geography is more near to social sciences. So where should I keep geography? I should just steer it and place it half in natural sciences category and half in social sciences category. But was that an option? That was never an option, right? So as a compromise, the great compromise, geography was placed in the social science section because it included some human behavior. Do you understand that? That's why they decided to keep geography in social science section. So is geography a natural science? Complete natural science? Is it a complete social science? What kind of science is this? It's a special science. Do you understand that? So now I'm making a statement. Geography is a spatial science. Do you understand that? अब समझ में आया? यही लिखा होगा किताबों में, बस एक लाइन. Geography is a spatial science. Get that? So write down. Next question. What kind of science is geography? What kind of science is geography? Put a question mark. What kind of science is geography? Put a question mark. Under this you write. Sciences could be broadly classified. Sciences could be broadly classified into natural sciences and social sciences. And broadly classified into natural sciences and social sciences. And social sciences. Put a semicolon. Natural sciences produce laws which are absolute in nature. Natural sciences produce laws that are absolute in nature, or laws which are always true. or laws which are always true. Put a semicolon. Laws in physics, mathematics, chemistry, etc. are such laws, Therefore, they are natural science subjects. Therefore, they are natural science subjects. Next, put a semicolon and write. In social sciences, laws are probabilistic in nature. In social sciences, laws are probabilistic in nature and there is a possibility factor associated with such laws. There is a possibility factor associated with such laws. Put a semicolon. History, sociology, economy, philosophy, etc. are social science subjects. Put a semicolon. Social sciences often deal with human behavior, which is unpredictable. Therefore, social sciences are also known as humanities. Next bullet. Geography is a mixture. Geography is a mixture of social sciences and natural sciences. Put a semicolon. In other words, physical geography is more close to natural or physical sciences. Physical geography is more close to natural or physical sciences, whereas human geography is closer to humanities. Now make a star, change the ink and write. Geography is a spatial science. Geography is a spatial science. Got it? Now, look here. We'll try to understand now the angle of dualism and dichotomy in geography. Do you understand that? So look here very carefully. We're trying to understand what is dualism and dichotomy in geography. Have you heard about this word dualism? What is dualism? Dual characteristics, okay. Now look here. Dualism, and whenever I use the word ISM behind anything, it means it's a philosophy. Do you understand that? So dualism is actually a philosophy. Philosophy of looking at the same thing from two contrasting viewpoints. Do you get it? Now, थिंक ऑफ दिस, कोई एक ही चीज को देखकर दो लोग अपना अपना मीनिंग निकाल सकते हैं. You understand that? That is dualistic thought. Like say for example, many times you see that human beings, they could be defined in terms of their body, or a person can be defined in terms of body, can also be defined in terms of soul. Do you understand that? Both these descriptions, are they not identifying towards the same person? Do you get it? So dualism is that thing, looking at the same thing from different viewpoints. It's ultimately the same thing. It's looking from different viewpoints. That is dualism. Got it? Or sometimes these viewpoints could be contrasting to each other as well. It means diametrically opposite to each other. Got it? Dichotomy means the branching of something on the basis of dualistic thoughts. When you have dualistic thoughts in your mind, then only there would be branching of something. Branching means, like suppose it's the same tree, right, which goes up and gets divided into two different branches. If a person says this is a different tree than this one, ये वैसा ही लॉजिक है जैसे कि जो दूध है वो पैकेट्स में आता है. Do you understand that? So branching of something on the basis of dualistic thought is dichotomy. Do you get it? बहुत एकदम सिंपल लैंग्वेज में अगर हम बोलें तो डुअलिज्म मतलब एक ही चीज जिसको लोग अपने अपने नजरिए से देख रहे हैं, और डाइकोटमी मतलब उस नजरिए के बेसिस पे उन्होंने डिवाइड कर दिया है चीज को कि ऐसा और ऐसा है. Do you get it? So dualism simply means looking at the same thing from various viewpoints, sometimes contrasting viewpoints, and dichotomy means branching of a thing based on dualistic thoughts. Do you get it? So what kind of dualism and dichotomies have emerged in geography? That is what we will try to understand next. Do you get it? So give a heading, dualism and dichotomy in geography. Dualism and dichotomy in geography. Under this you write, dualism refers to looking at the same thing. Dualism refers to looking at the same thing from two contrasting viewpoints. The same thing from two contrasting viewpoints. Put a semicolon and write. Dichotomy refers to the branching of a subject. Dichotomy refers to the branching of a subject based on dualistic thoughts. Based on dualistic thoughts. Next point you write, the following are the major dichotomies in geography. The following are the major dichotomies in geography. Dichotomies in geography. Now drop your pen and look here very carefully. You understand what is dualism? You understand what is dichotomy? So now we'll try to see how geography has been branched on the basis of dualistic approaches. Got it? So the first and the most popular branching of geography is division of geography into physical versus human geography. Do you understand that? In fact, UPSC has also accepted this dichotomy, and your syllabus has been designed in that way. Physical geography of world and India and human geography of world and India. So that's the first kind of dualistic and dichotomous thought in geography. The second one is division of geography into systematic versus regional geography. अब देखो इसका फर्क क्या है. Systematic geography means, look here very carefully, it's an important concept coming up. Systematic geography means you take any one single geographical variable. Now that geographical variable could be a natural element, it could be a man-made element. Like say for example, natural element could be rainfall. A man-made element could be, say for example, roads. So you take any single geographical element, it could be a man-made feature or it could be a natural feature, and then you represent it over the entire map. Now this map could be the entire map of the world also. Do you understand that? That is systematic description in geography. Like say for example, can I make a map of the world and show the high rainfall areas of the world? That is a systematic map, because I am including all the parts of the world, but I am showing only one geographical variable. Now, can I make a map of the world and show all those cities that have population more than 10 million? Can I do that? If I do that, then I'm taking what kind of a feature? A man-made feature, but I am representing it over the entire surface. That is systematic geography. Do you understand that? Like say for example, if I make a rainfall map of India, what is it? It's a systematic map. Do you understand that? Systematic maps are only dedicated to one topic. Do you get that? They are therefore also known as thematic map. नाम से ही समझ, systematic, thematic. समझ में आएगा? ये बोला नहीं चाह रहा था, रट लेते हैं. The point is, do you understand this? Systematic. So suppose I make a map of all the iron and steel plants in India. What kind of map is this? Systematic. Suppose I make a map of all the wheat fields in India. Systematic. Do you understand that? I make a map of all the areas that have uranium reserves in India. Systematic. Because I'm showing only one variable. Do you understand that? What is regional geography? Regional geography is you take a single region and you try to represent all the geographical variables in that region. Do you understand that? Like say for example, I take a particular state. Let me take the state of Madhya Pradesh. It's a state in India. Now, if I make a map of Madhya Pradesh and show the rainfall, show the temperature, show the agriculture, show the industry, show the roads, show the railways, show everything on that very same map, then it would be regional geographical description. What kind of description? Projection. Remember, making maps is projection. Do you understand that? So, what is systematic geography? Systematic geography मतलब ऐसे सोच के देखो. Single geographical variable across all regions. Regional geography, single region, all geographical variables. Do you understand that? That's the second type of dichotomy in geography. The third type of dichotomy is historical versus contemporary geography. Now, if I want to understand the Himalayas of today, that is contemporary. But what was Himalayas, say, 2000 years before present or 3000 years before present? Are you aware that once there was a geosyncline there known the Tethys geosyncline or the Tethys Sea? सुना है कभी नाम? कैसे बना वो देखेंगे हम क्लास में, don't worry. The point is that is historical. Do you understand that? Like say for example, New Delhi of today, description, human geographical description would be contemporary geography. But New Delhi at the time of independence, that would be history. Do you understand that? That's the third dichotomous thought in geography. Then, theoretical versus applied geography. Theoretical geography is like say for example, you are studying geographical theories and you are just talking about maps, you are building things and all those kind of things. Some people feel that's not the aim of geography. The aim of geography is ultimately वो map use करके कुछ काम होना चाहिए. Like a theoretical geographer would be pleased after making a map of all the uranium reserves in India. But an applied geographer will say then I'll take the map and I'll extract the uranium actually from the soil. Do you understand that? So that's the fourth kind of dichotomous thought in geography. Then some feel geography is nomothetic, whereas others feel it is ideographic. Now, what is nomothetic and what is ideographic? Nomothetic sciences are those sciences where you can build general laws which are true for all regions. Do you understand that? Now, if you are in the realm of physical geography, nomothetic science or nomothetic approach may help you. Like if you are building a law on air pressure, वो air pressure तो हर जगह होगा, कहीं पे कम होगा, कहीं पे ज़्यादा होगा, पर हमेशा होगा, because air exerts a weight, and anything that has weight will generate force, and the force generated by air's weight is actually air pressure, atmospheric pressure. Are you understanding this? So, nomothetic approach says that there could be general laws which could be applied over all the regions. Whereas idiographic, the word idiography means unique. Do you understand that? It says that for a particular region, we must develop particular laws. We cannot have general laws which are applicable over all regions. Is that thing clear to everyone? Then there is the deductive versus inductive approach in geography. Deductive. Deductive means that you already come with an assumption and you try to test that assumption in the real world. If the testing is true, the assumption is true. Do you understand that? That is deductive approach. It means you already have a law in your hand. Then you try to derive things from that law. Like say for example, कोई है जो पहली बार फिजिक्स पढ़ रहा है, लॉज ऑफ मोशन पढ़ रहा है, थर्ड लॉ उसने पढ़ लिया, टू एवरी एक्शन देयर इज इक्वल एंड ऑपोजिट रिएक्शन. अब वो क्या किया, सबसे पहले फुटबॉल लेकर आया, उसमें फेंका, आ गया मेरे पास. क्रिकेट का बॉल लेके आया, उसमें भी यही हुआ, बास्केटबॉल के साथ भी यही हुआ, सब में साथ यही हुआ, मतलब उसने डिक्लेयर कर दिया द लॉ इज ट्रू. Do you understand that? That is deductive approach. Do you get it? What is inductive approach? Inductive approach is where you do not start with a law. Rather, you go for your own observation. And on the basis of that observation, you build a law. Do you understand that? Like say, for example, somebody who has not studied laws of motion, but has logic and rationality, does this, throws a tennis ball against a wall, it comes back, throws a football, comes back, throws a cricket ball, comes back, throws a table tennis ball, comes back, obviously with different rates, depending upon their weight and the contact and friction and all of that. But everything comes back. So on the basis of that observation, he makes a law that whatever I throw comes back, and the force with which I'm throwing is coming back almost with the same force. It means that every action has an equal and opposite reaction. That is inductive approach. Do you understand that? Some scholars feel geography should have deductive approaches. Some scholars feel geography should have inductive approaches. Most of the times in class, we will adopt the inductive approach. क्योंकि deductive approach में तो assumption है, और assumption अगर मैं करने लग जाऊँ class के अंदर, then it will be detrimental for you, because I will assume many things then. Do you understand that? So most of the times the approach that will follow in the class is induct. Got it? Next kind of dichotomy is deterministic versus possibilistic approach. Now what is deterministic? Deterministic simply says environment, the natural environment determines our behavior. Like say for example, if you go to deserts, you see people wearing a particular kind of clothes. Why? Because environment is harsh and unforgiving. If you go to Ladakh, how nature has left Ladakh high and dry. So they have a different kind of attire to survive there, different kind of food they eat. Go to Assam and you see Assam is regularly flooded. So many times you would see people will build their homes at a particular height in order to save themselves from the flood water. Also true in some parts of Bihar, where it is regularly flooded by the Kosi waters. So you see houses built at a particular height. Do you understand that? So many people feel that your food, your clothing, your every economic activity also, what kind of crops will you grow? Go to Bengal, go to Assam, go to the southern states. Mostly you see people growing rice. Come to Punjab, come to Haryana, people growing wheat. Come to Maharashtra, come to Gujarat. It is not suitable for either rice or wheat. So they grow what? Jowar. Are you aware about this? A lot of jowar is grown in Maharashtra. So everything is determined. Even agriculture is determined by nature. So many scholars, geographers, they fall in this category and they call themselves as natural determinist. It means geography determining human behavior. Do you understand that? It means geography or nature is the master and man is a slave. Whatever geography dictates, nature dictates, man just follows. Do you understand that? So the relationship between man and nature is like that of a slave and master. Do you understand that? In fact, there is a famous geographer, Ellen Churchill Semple. She says, now look at her statement. She says, man, this is how she writes, man, this man may think he has attained great heights, but to me, he is the dust of earth. मतलब धूल का धूल है वो, कुछ नहीं है नेचर के सामने. Do you understand that? साइक्लोन आ जाए, अर्थक्वेक आ जाए, क्या करेंगे हम? Do you understand that? This is what people feel, some scholars. Possibilistic, as the name is suggesting. It says geography always gives you possibilities. Geography is not your master, rather geography is your friend. Do you understand that? Like say for example, think of this, that you go to a certain place and you see there is high temperature, high rainfall. Geography is giving you hint कि if you want to do agriculture तो क्या करना? Paddy. Because paddy requires what? High temperature, high rainfall. Have you seen the paddy fields in Bihar, Bengal, Assam, southern states? Flooded होते हैं सारे. Have you seen? And how is the temperature? Coastal areas, high temperature, high humidity. Have you seen that? So nature is giving you hint. Do you understand that? कि अब जो है आप यहाँ पर पैडी उगा लो, बट आदमी तो आदमी है, उसका बिहेवियर आप प्रेडिक्ट नहीं कर सकते. उसने देखा हाई टेम्परेचर, हाई रेनफॉल, फुटबॉल का मैदान बनाऊंगा, क्योंकि उसमें भी यही चाहिए. हाई टेम्परेचर, हाई रेनफॉल, अच्छा मैच होगा तो फुटबॉल का मैदान बनाएंगे. तो उसने ये सोच लिया. मेनी पीपल फील नेचर इज लाइक अ फ्रेंड, अ फैसिलिटेटर. इट गिव्स अस हिंट, tells us what are the possibilities, where you can go. It tells us iron and steel है यहाँ पर, लगा लो plant. ये बोलते हैं कि कोल है, plant लगा लो. अब ये बात अलग है कि इंसान स्कैम कर देते हैं उस पर. Do you understand that? But वो बताते हैं कि देखो कोल है यहाँ पर रेनफॉल है, यहाँ पर फॉरेस्ट्स हैं, आपके पास ट्राइब्स हैं, तो अराउंड द ट्राइब्स ऑल्सो यू कैन कार्व एन इकोनॉमी, isn't it? Using tribal products and all those kind of things. So nature always gives you hint. That is what many people believe. Then the next dualistic thought is quantitative versus behavioral. Now, quantitative geographers are those geographers who believe geography is like mathematics. मतलब इसमें आप मॉडल बना सकते हो, थ्योरी बना सकते हो, और इसमें जो आउटकम आएगा वो कैसा आएगा? कॉज एंड इफेक्ट जैसा. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? एंड द रिजल्ट्स विल ऑलवेज बी ट्रू. दैट इज व्हाट quantitative geographers believe. In fact, in the 1960s there was a whole lot of revolution known as the quantitative revolution in geography, where the effort was to change geography into a science like mathematics and statistics. You have graphs, you have charts, you have all those kind. Even HDI अगर आप देखते हो, they use mathematics. So that is quantitative approach in geography. Are you understanding these things? देखो ये मिलेगा नहीं बुक में, बार बार बोल रहा हूँ. So it is quantitative approach. And then what is behavioral? People feel that you cannot make general laws. You cannot convert geography into a science like mathematics, because geography includes human behavior. Do you get it? So you cannot say that if there is good economic activity going on in a particular city, there would be large scale immigration into that city. Can we say so? Can we say so with guarantee that if there is good economic activity going on in a particular city, there would be various job opportunities, and so there would be large scale in migration? But suppose the migrants, they speak a different language and they cannot mingle socially with the locals. They might decide not to migrate and migrate to some nearby city where they can relate with respect to their culture. Do you understand that? So many people feel कि अगर ऐसा है तो ऐसा ही होगा, जरूरी नहीं. Mathematics में तो ऐसा ही है. Do you understand that? Like say for example, I place something over this, obviously it will rest, but if I increase the angle, suppose show you like this, it will just rest over this. But if I keep on increasing the angle, what would happen? After a point, it would slip. Right? And why would it slip? Because the resistance will be overcome. The friction would be overcome by gravity. फ्रिक्शन और ग्रेविटी की लड़ाई है, और ग्रेविटी जीत जाएगा एक एंगल पे. वो एंगल क्या होगा? द एंगल ऑफ स्लिप और द एंगल ऑफ डिप. मैथमेटिक्स में ऐसा ही होता है. ग्रेडियंट बोलते हो आप जिसको. समझ में आ रहा है ना? गुड. So many people feel geography is not like that. It is behavioral in nature. These are the 8 famous dichotomies in geography. Yes, go on. How it is orderly? Every chaos is an order, dear. Do you understand? Every chaos is an order. You have to find out. You have to find out. Like for many people, the preparation could be chaotic. हो सकता है ना कुछ लोगों के लिए कि समझ ही नहीं आ रहा हो क्या रहा है. कि आप सुबह भी उठते हो, न्यूज़पेपर भी पढ़ रहे हो, नोट्स भी बना रहे हो, क्लास भी आ रहे हो और ऑनलाइन भी अटेंड कर रहे हो. छूट जाता है तो वीडियो भी ले लेते हो, सब कुछ करते हो, फिर भी क्वेश्चन जब आता है तो कुछ हो नहीं पा रहा, समझ नहीं आ रहा या डर लग रहा है. होता है ना ऐसा? एंग्जाइटी बिल्ट होती है कभी कभी कि अचानक वेब सीरीज देख रहे हैं, बिंज वॉचिंग कर रहे हैं, फिर याद आया यार दिसंबर आ गया और मुझे तो देना है एग्ज़ाम. फिर उठ जाते हो, फिर सोचते हो अरे मैं तो वैसे भी 2024 वाला हूँ, अभी क्या करूँ? लेट्स वॉच द नेक्स्ट एपिसोड. दिस इज एंग्जाइटी टेकिंग ओवर यू. डू यू अंडरस्टैंड दैट? और हमेशा एक चीज इंसान प्लान करता है. क्या पता है? फ्यूचर. कोई भी प्रेजेंट नहीं प्लान करता अपना, सब फ्यूचर प्लान करता है. आप भी जो प्लानिंग बनाते हो फ्यूचर की है, कल ये पढ़ेंगे, परसों ये करेंगे, वो सारी प्लानिंग फ्यूचर की है. एंड फ्यूचर इज अनप्रिडिक्टेबल माय फ्रेंड्स. इट इज रियली अनप्रिडिक्टेबल. यू कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड दैट, राइट? सो लाइफ में अपीयर टू यू chaotic, but it has an intricate order. As Steve Jobs, are you aware about him? He says dots are not connected forward, but as you go back, suddenly you turn back one day in life and you see all the dots are connected. Do you understand that? And that is how you track your journey, not the other way around. You do not plan your journey, you track your journey. Acha, have you heard about Ramdhari Singh Dinkar? Right? There's a very famous poem he has written, Rashmi Rathi. Have you heard about that? So in that poem he highlights few things. Like he says, सच है विपत्ति जब आती है. I'll translate for everybody's benefit. विपत्ति means trouble. It's true that whenever trouble faces you, सच है विपत्ति जब आती है कायर को ही दहलाती. Means one who is weak, that person will only tremble by looking at challenges. सच है विपत्ति जब आती है कायर को ही दहलाती है, शूरमा नहीं विचलित होते. Those who have bravery, they will not tremble. क्षण एक नहीं धीरज खोते. They do not lose their composure even for a second. विघ्नों को गले से लगाते हैं. They embrace all the difficulties. कांटों में राह बनाते हैं. They carve their path for their own. समझ में आया? तो सच है विपत्ति जब आती है कायर को ही दहलाती है, सूरमा नहीं विचलित होते, क्षण एक नहीं धीरज खोते, विघ्नों को गले से लगाते हैं, कांटों में राह बनाते हैं. Then he further says, it's a very beautiful poem. He further says that वसुधा का नेता कैसा? Do you understand? Vasudha means earth. Who will rule the world? वसुधा का नेता कैसा हो, भूखंड विजेता कैसा? Who will win over geographies? अतुलित यश क्रेता कैसा? मतलब who will have the highest of honor? नवधर्म प्रणेता कैसा? Who will start a new legacy like Gautam Buddha did? So वसुधा का नेता कैसा हो, भूखंड विजेता कैसा हो, अतुलित यश क्रेता कैसा हो, नवधर्म प्रणेता कैसा हो. ये क्वेश्चन करते हैं वो, और आंसर क्या पता है? जिसने ना कभी आराम किया, विघ्नों में रहकर काम किया. समझ में आया? One who has never rested and works amidst challenges. That's your answer, dear. Life is chaotic. तो रीजनल ज्योग्राफी ऐसा लगता है कि chaotic है, but there is order. Right on. Let's write very quickly in 10 minutes time. First you write physical versus human geography. Physical versus human geography. Under this you write. एक ही लाइन लिखो, हाइफन डाल के लिख लो उसके आगे. Physical geography deals with physical landscape, human geography with human landscape. Physical geography deals with physical landscape, human geography with human landscape. Second, systematic versus regional geography. Systematic versus regional geography. Put a hyphen and write. In systematic geography, one geographical variable. In systematic geography, one geographical variable. Put a bracket, physical or human, physical or human, close the bracket, is expressed, physical or human, is expressed over all the regions, over all the regions. Systematic maps are thematic maps. Systematic maps are thematic maps. Like rainfall map, iron and steel map, etc. Like rainfall map, iron and steel map, etc. Put a semicolon. In regional geography, all the geographical variables, in regional geography, all the geographical variables are represented, over a single region, are represented over a single region. Next, historical versus contemporary geography. Historical versus contemporary geography. Put a hyphen and write. When we describe the geographical phenomena of the past, when we describe the geographical phenomena of the past, we are in the realm of historical geography. We are in the realm of historical geography. Whereas when we describe present geographical features, when we describe present geographical features, we are in the realm of contemporary geography. We are in the realm of contemporary geography. Next, theoretical versus applied geography. Theoretical versus applied geography. Under this you write, put a hyphen and write. Theoretical geography deals with the theoretical aspect, of geography, and it is academic in nature. Put a semicolon. Applied geography is the application of geography. Applied geography is the application of geography for social and economic benefits. For social and economic benefits. Fifth, nomothetic versus ideographic. Nomothetic versus ideographic. Put a hyphen. For nomothetic scholars, in geography, we can develop general laws. For nomothetic scholars in geography, we can develop general laws that are applicable across regions, Put a semicolon. Ideography refers to uniqueness. Ideography refers to uniqueness. Put a comma. It states that for a particular region, particular factors work. A particular region, particular factors work. And we cannot have general laws. And we cannot have general laws for all regions. And we cannot have general laws for all regions. Then the next one, deductive versus inductive. Deductive versus inductive. Which of them is theory building? And which of them is theory testing? Good. So write down. Deductive approach is the theory testing approach. Deductive approach is the theory testing approach. Testing approach. In this, the aim is to build. In this, the aim is to build. Sorry. In this, the aim is to test a law. Is to test a law. Put a semicolon. Inductive approach is law building approach. Inductive approach is law building approach. In this, we start with observations. In this, we start with observations, empirical verifications, and experimentations. Empirical verifications and experimentation. And end with a law or theory. And end with a law or theory. Next, deterministic versus possibilistic geography. Deterministic versus possibilistic geography. Now, sometimes some people say that it is not nature but society that determines how you would live. Social determinism is a part of sociology, right? And social determinism sociology में है, geography में क्या है? Environmental determinism. Do you understand that? Sometimes known as natural determinism. Got that thing? Right on. For determinists, nature controls human activities. For determinists, nature controls human activities. For example, what people grow as crops, is often determined by the local climatic conditions. Often determined by the local climatic conditions. Local climatic conditions. Put a semicolon, right? They believe there exists a master-slave relationship. There exists a master-slave relationship between nature and man. Master-slave relationship between nature and man. In bracket you write environmental determinism. Environmental determinism. Close the bracket, put a semicolon, right? The possibilistic approach says nature is a friend and facilitator. Says nature is a friend and facilitator. It throws options to us. It throws options to us. Or gives hints on the basis of which we develop socially and economically. On the basis of which we develop socially and economically. And the last one, you write quantitative versus behavioral geography. Quantitative versus behavioral geography. Right? In the 1960s, geography experienced the quantitative revolution. In 1960s, geography experienced the quantitative revolution. Put a full stop. According to the quantitative approach, geography is a science like mathematics or statistics. Geography is a science like mathematics or statistics. Put a semicolon, right? In other words, theories, laws, models are used to describe geographical features. Put a semicolon, right? Behavioral geographers believe that it is a mistake to define geography. Mathematically. As geography is man-environment relationship. And human behavior is unpredictable. Put a semicolon. The behavioral approach was a response to the quantitative revolution. The behavioral approach was a response to the quantitative revolution. Got it? So these are the 8 dichotomies in geography. Before we end this class, let me tell you what to read in geography, which books you need to follow. First, if you have already purchased some books, और अगर इन बुक लिस्ट में वो नहीं है तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वो नहीं पढ़ना है, पढ़ लो आप, खरीद लिया है तो पढ़ लो, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. But if you are yet to start, and I feel most of the people are yet to start or think about which books to read, so how you should start your geography? First is you should pick from 6th to 12 NCERT. अब इसमें कुछ लोगों को डाउट रहता है, ओल्ड एनसीईआरटी, न्यू एनसीईआरटी, अरे कोई भी ले लो, ज्योग्राफी में बदल थोड़ी ना जाएगा. So you can follow anything, whatever you get. After that, you should focus on the class notes. और अगर कोई ये कर लिया तो वो कुछ भी कर लेगा पर यही कर लो पहले. In addition to this, I would say a certificate in physical and human geography by G.C. Leong or Go Cheng Leong. That's a very good book. You can purchase that book if you haven't purchased it yet. And to go with that, I would refer one school atlas. Now this school atlas, preferably, as I said, it should be Orient Black Swan. ठीक है, ये मत सोचो कि मैं इसका ऐड कर रहा हूँ. Why? Because it is chromatic in nature. If you haven't got that, then Oxford would also work. Oxford Atlas, School Atlas would also work, right? But अब इसके अलावा मत जाना, कोई भी एटलस उठा कर ले आओ, उसमें उल्टा सीधा कुछ भी हो सकता है. That would be enough. That would be just enough for this examination. But if you are looking for getting a rank under 10, then let me tell you some more books. जिसको नहीं चाहिए वो मत पढ़ना. One is Majid Hussain, Indian Geography. Then D.R. Khullar. I'm making a star in front of it. मतलब इससे बच के रहना, ले लोगे तो प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है. इंडियन ज्योग्राफी, बिकॉज दिस इज मोर लाइक एन एनसाइक्लोपीडिया, तो इतना ज्यादा है उसमें, वो रेलेवेंट नहीं उतना एग्जाम के लिए. बट मैप्स अच्छे दिए हुए हैं खुल्लर में, बट वो लेटेस्ट एडिशन लेना जब भी लोगे. एंड ओवर एंड अबव एवरीथिंग, ऑब्वियसली योर डेली स्टेपल न्यूज़पेपर्स. और इसके अलावा अगर कोई मैगजीन पढ़ना चाहता है कोई, तो एक ज्योग्राफी के लिए मैगजीन आती है. दैट मैगजीन इज ज्योग्राफी एंड यू. दैट्स अ वेरी गुड मैगजीन, यू कैन गो फॉर दैट. बट if you have to cherry pick, then I would say non-negotiables. I'm telling you those things which are non-negotiable, कि इसके अलावा तो नहीं चलेगा काम. NCERT, and NCERT अगर किसी को लगता है 6 से लेकर 12 तक, so I would suggest read from 10th onwards या 11th onwards. 11th and 12th वही पढ़ लो, वो भी बहुत है. 6 से लेकर 12 तक पढ़ोगे तो क्या होता है, 6th स्टैंडर्ड की बुक लिखी हुई एक बच्चे के लिए, तो सोचो उसका लैंग्वेज कैसे होगा, तो वो टेम्परेचर को कैसे डिफाइन करेंगे, समझ में आया. तो आसानी के लिए, और अगर ईमानदारी से बैठ जाओ तो एक दिन में खत्म कर सकते हो 6th and 7th and 8th. ठीक है, एक हफ्ते में पूरे एनसीईआरटी खत्म हो सकती है तुमसे, बशर्ते तुम बैठ जाओ. एंड देन क्लास नोट्स. व्हाई? बिकॉज क्लास नोट्स, बिकॉज इट्स मी. क्लास नोट्स. तो वो देन जीसी लियोंग, न्यूज़पेपर एटलस. ज्योग्राफी में 10 से 12 क्वेश्चन आने वाले हैं प्री में, अगर आप देखोगे तो एवरेज ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है. इसमें से 2-3 मैप मार्किंग से होंगे, वो या तो न्यूज़पेपर आइटम से लिया जाएगा, जैसे कि रशिया यूक्रेन वॉर हो रहा है तो कुछ ज्योग्राफिकल रीजन्स भी होंगे उसमें. साउथ चाइना सी में कुछ टसल हो रहा है तो उसमें भी कुछ ज्योग्राफिकल रीजन्स होंगे, वो पूछा जा सकता है. या कई बार ऐसा पूछा जा सकता है, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग कंट्रीज डू नॉट टच द मेडिटेरेनियन सी. ठीक है, इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, बांग्लादेश, ऑल ऑफ द अबव डू नॉट टच द मेडिटेरेनियन सी. व्हाट इज द आंसर? गुड. तो ये 5 चीजें आपको पढ़नी है. ठीक है, उसमें अगर कुछ छोड़ना चाहो तो जीसी लियोंग छोड़ सकते हो, ये छोड़ सकते हो चाहो तो, लेकिन इतना पढ़ लोगे तो काफी है. और अगर थोड़ा ज्यादा पढ़ना चाहते हो तो ऑब्वियसली यू हैव टू पिक एनी ऑफ दीज 2 बुक्स. प्लस जब आएगा इकोनॉमिक सर्वे, बिकॉज इट हैज अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स अबाउट एग्रीकल्चर, इंडस्ट्री, ट्रेड, ट्रांसपोर्ट एटसेट्रा. ठीक है, So that is our class. From tomorrow onwards, nobody should come to the class without atlas. खुश मत हो. Without atlas. You have to come to geography class with atlas. Coming to a geography class without atlas is like going to the examination without pen. ठीक है, तो एटलस लेकर आना पहला. और दूसरा, फ्रॉम टुमारो ऑनवर्ड्स आई विल गिव यू डेली वर्क ऑल्सो. नाउ यू कैन कलेक्ट द शीट्स with respect to the flow of the subject, right? 30 classes, and that's it in all probability. By the first week of January or something, odd days here and there, we will be able to complete geography. At the end there will be 2 tests. अभी है देखो सत्संग का हिस्सा, ये भी सुन लो. 2 टेस्ट, एक ऑब्जेक्टिव और दूसरा, ठीक है, सब्जेक्टिव को ऑब्जेक्टिव की तरह मत लिखना और ऑब्जेक्टिव को सब्जेक्टिव की तरह. दैट्स माय सजेशन. दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड. थैंक यू वेरी मच.